In amber light, the particular clutches of that season's illumination, holding each afternoon in the golden folding of a quality of light that summer never achieves. I walk into October afternoons and feel the amber closing over me, the real and beautiful sensation of submersion in the season's light, the version of drowning that ends not in water but in gold, drowning in amber light. October's gold, the season preserving everything in bold and beautiful resin until nothing moves, drowning in amber light, finding its grooves. The insects caught in amber 40 million years before us lived their last civilian moment in the same quality of light, the resin closing over them in the bright and terrible beauty of the preservation, drowning in amber light. October's gold, the season preserving everything in bold and beautiful resin until nothing moves, drowning in amber light, finding its groove. I understand the insect in the amber now, the acceptance of the submersion, the vow of the amber's keeping, the exchange of the brief and mortal for the strange and permanent condition of the beautifully preserved. Let October close its amber over me. Let the resin of the season be my medium, my preservation, my particular conservation in the only light that holds things as they truly are, drowning in amber light. October's gold, the season preserving everything in bold and beautiful resin until nothing moves, drowning in amber light, finding its grooves.
Become a member. Join our circle of shadows, pay less than $1 a month. Help us grow, join now.
calculus a prism of enumeration older than the numbers themselves, her counting through the slumbers of the centuries, unchanged and uncorrected. Each crow that circles above the battlefield is a digit in a sum, the yield of the engagement computed in black wings, the mathematics of ending rings through her corvine parliament. Precisely Morrigan's arithmetic, counting in crows, each death a dark number that only she knows. Her sum is the total of all who have fallen. Morrigan's arithmetic, her dark calling. Never miscounted in the millennia of her particular and alien practice. The number she arrives at matching perfectly the actual combat death. The crow's an infallible abacus. Morrigan's arithmetic, counting in crows, death a dark number that only she knows. Her sum is the total of all who have fallen. Morrigan's arithmetic, her dark calling. I saw her once at the edge of an ordinary catastrophe, not a military engagement, but a personal one, a life's particular battle, undone by something smaller than a sword, but equally final. She counted with the same precision there, one crow lifting from the cold air above the ordinary street, her sum unchanged by scale, the outcome of every ending receiving the same dark accounting. Morrigan's arithmetic, counting in crows, each death a dark number that only she knows. Her sum is the total of all who have fallen. Morrigan's arithmetic, her dark calling. Her dark calling. Her dark calling.
no celebration, not the red of ceremony, but the nod of a darker crimson, the particular tone that sorrow takes when it has grown past the ordinary colors of grief into something ancient. Crimson is the vestige of the flame. After the fire has reduced its claim on the extraordinary to the ordinary ember, the most beautiful color that December of any burning keeps before it goes to ash. Crimson vestige, color of the cooling, the aftermath of burning, the ruling red of everything that almost burned away. Crimson vestige at the end of the day. I found the crimson vestige of our story in the fabric of the curtain, the compulsory bleeding of the dyed cloth in the rain, the crimson running down the window pane into the sill where it collected and dried dark. Crimson vestige, color of the cooling, the aftermath of burning, the ruling red of everything that almost burned away. Crimson vestige at the end of the day. Every ending has its crimson vestige, the residual color, the prestige of the intensity that was before the cooling, the lost, brave and more than sufficient gesture of the thing that was. I keep a swatch of the crimson fabric in my pocket, the almost black red of the faded cloth, reminding me of what the cooling leaves the beauty of the vestige more precise than the original intensity. Crimson vestige, color of the cooling, the aftermath of burning, the ruling red of everything that almost burned away. Crimson vestige at the end of the day.
She sows between midnight and 4, the specific hours when the domestic and prolific work of the needle and thread provides the only meaningful guide through the territory that insomnia opens. She makes in the dark hours holds the particular quality, the cold folds of the fabric worked by hands, that the quiet of the night has steadied, the riot of the ordinary day's distraction absent, stitching the dark hours, needle and thread, embroidering the time between midnight and bed. Each stitch a small act against the dark waves, stitching the dark hours, patient and late. Her dark hour pieces are distinguishable from the daylight work, the divisible quality of the night's particular attention, evident in the stitching's tension, the tighter and more deliberate pull of the needle, stitching the dark hours, needle and thread, embroidering the time between midnight and bed. Each stitch a small act against the dark's weight, stitching the dark hours, patient and late. I asked to see the dark hour collection, and she brought it out without protection of explanation or apology. The pieces spread before me, each one releases something of the particular night it was made in. You could read the years of insomnia by the work, the tighter stitching from the darkest lurk of the most difficult seasons, the looser and more generous work of the chooser, of nights who had found some peace in the 3 a.m. Stitching the dark hours, needle and thread, embroidering the time between midnight and bed. Each stitch a small act against the dark's weight, stitching the dark hours, patient and late. Century's edge, our voices assembled at the crumbling ledge of everything the 100 years had built and broken, the particular guilt of the survivors reciting the last office. Incense we burned was made from the wood of buildings demolished, the neighborhood of the previous era reduced to fuel for the ceremony, the old renewal of sacred smoke rising from from what had been torn down. Pale vespers for a dying century, sung in the cold. The last evening prayer for the brave, and the old 100 years surrendering its claim. Pale vespers for a dying century, we came. Each generation sends its own delegation to the vespers, the accumulated nation of those who lived through the particular dark of their decade, leaving its mark on the shared and ancient liturgy. Pale vespers for a dying century, sung in the cold. The last evening prayer for the brave, and the old 100 years surrendering its claim. Pale vespers for a dying century, we came. I have attended 3 of these turnings now, each one teaching me differently how the body receives the death of a great block of time, how the particular clock of the century sounds when it finally runs down. Sing the pale vespers into the cold air, let the smoke of the century's wreckage wear its final incense into the sky above. The assembled mourners, the dying of love, for a vanished era deserves its own evening prayer. Pale vespers for a dying century, sung in the cold. The last evening prayer for the brave, and the old 100 years surrendering its claim. Pale vespers for a dying century, we came.
heat that preceded any birth. stratum, the anomaly that their instruments locate, but can only describe without explaining. Burning below the frost line, deep and old, a fire beneath the surface of the cold that winter cannot touch and spring cannot claim. Burning below the frost line, always the same. I have felt it through my boots in January, standing on the hill, the ordinary cold of winter at the surface, while below my feet something ancient and slow continued its particular deep combustion. Perhaps all grief burns this way, below the frost line of the visible, the slow and subterranean combustion of what we cannot show the surface, the shut and burning interior that no thermometer finds. Burning below the frost line, deep and old, a fire beneath the surface of the cold that winter cannot touch and spring cannot claim. Burning below the frost line, always the same. Always the same. Always the same. At midnight, the bone garden changes quality. The specimens arranged with all the formality of the daytime collection, relaxing slightly into something less curated than nightly. Permission the museum grants its contents. The articulated skeletons breathe differently. After 12, the ribs moving indifferently in ways the wiring should prevent. The femurs make a sound of discontent at their permanent horizontal display position. Midnight in the bone garden, something moves. The specimens finding their after-hours grooves. The articulated dead shifting in place. Midnight in the bone garden, beautiful grace. I have a key to the bone garden, given by the curator who has been driven by decades of late night work to understand that some things are better seen firsthand after the ordinary visitors have gone. Midnight in the bone garden, something moves. The specimens finding their after-hours grooves. The articulated dead shifting in place. Midnight in the bone garden, beautiful grace. The Neolithic skull in the case at the end has a different expression than the send off the label describes. By midnight should not produce. I sit among the bones until 2 and find the particular residue of company that the bone garden offers. Its midnight visitors, the coffers of the long accumulated debt available for consultation. Midnight in the bone garden, something moves. The specimens finding their after-hours grooves. The articulated dead shifting in place. Midnight in the bone garden, beautiful grace.
Not written but carved, the distinction important to the one who chose the stone, the dormant and volcanic glass, the only medium honest enough for the tedium of truth in its most uncompromising form. The letters cut into obsidian cannot be revised. The volcanic knots of the glass resisting any second thoughts more effectively than any other rods. Material the reluctant writer might have chosen, carved in obsidian, final and black, the words cut into dark glass cannot go back. What is written in volcanic dark is done, carved in obsidian underneath the sun. Underneath the sun. I chose obsidian for the only statement I needed to make permanent. The placement of the words on the black surface, final in the way that ordinary journal writing in ink can never quite commit to being. Carved in obsidian, final and black, the words cut into dark glass cannot go back. What is written in volcanic dark is done, carved in obsidian underneath the sun. Obsidian was the first mirror before the silver and the copper, the raw black volcanic glass showing the face of whoever looked into it, the place of first self-recognition, dark and sharp and honest. Everything important should be carved in black, should resist revision, should lack the comfort of erasure. Let the words cut into the volcanic dark be heard as permanent, as final as the stone itself, carved in obsidian, final and black. The words cut into dark glass cannot go back. What is written in volcanic dark is done, carved in obsidian underneath the sun. Underneath the sun. Between the silence before birth and the silence after, the alliance of the living state with its particular noise being a temporary and improbable poise of something between two vast and patient quiet. The silence before I existed knew nothing of me specifically, the whole clothing of the universe proceeding without my particular contribution. The shout of my arrival, not yet conceivable. Between two silences, briefly making sound, the interval of noise between the profound quiet of before and the quiet of after. Between two silences, all our love and laughter. The silence after will similarly know nothing of me, will simply flow around the space I formerly occupied, the way water flows past the unoccupied stone, indifferent, complete in its own continuity. Between two silences, briefly making sound, the interval of noise between the profound quiet of before and the quiet of after. Between two silences, laughter. This is not morbid, it is the clearest map I have found of what I am. The gap between two silences, the temporary and astonishing ordinary fact of being briefly, loudly, specifically here. So I make my noise between the silences with everything I have, the senses of my particular life burned completely in the interval, the neatly bounded space of my between time mused without restraint. Between two silences, briefly making sound, the interval of noise between the profound, quiet of before and the quiet of after. Between two silences, all our love and laughter. Some fields hide in them what none might like it. Known about the underground of hollow spaces under the green follow of the surface, the dark chambers below the ordinary. The dowser finds it with her forked hazel branch, the pull of the rod toward the avalanche of underground space, the cave or the cellar, or the tunnel or the cellar of some previous structure, still present below the field. Ground, ringing differently under the heel. The dark chambers below what we feel is solid. The underground refusing to be still. Hollow ground beneath the ancient hill. I found the hollow ground behind my house in the drought year when the field quiet as a mouse. In other seasons began to subside along a line that nothing on the outside of the earth had predicted or explained. Hollow ground, ringing differently under the heel. The dark chambers below what we feel is solid. The underground refusing to be still. Hollow ground beneath the ancient hill. Below the subsidence we found the old chamber. Pre-known, some told us, who came to inspect it. The stone walls of something that had been alone in the dark for 1,000 years before the crack above it opened. We sealed it back and smoothed the surface over. But I stand on the hollow ground in October and feel the chamber beneath my feet, breathing its cold and ancient heat through the thin crust of the present into my soul's hollow ground, ringing differently under the heel. The dark chambers below what we feel is solid, the underground refusing to be still. Hollow ground beneath the ancient hill.
Gothic Vault.